Hi, I'm Casey.
And I'm Josh.
And we're from In English Please. Welcome to our Advanced Listening and Conversation course. What are we talking about today, Josh?
Today we're talking about a topic very close to my heart. We're talking about Tinder. And online dating.
It's not close to his heart.
It's really not that close to my heart.
He doesn't use Tinder. So the first question is, what is Tinder?
I mean, I think we both know what Tinder is, and we
People
think
might
that
not know.
everyone knows what Tinder is, but it is an app that people use for dating. It's an app where you can go on and you can swipe left, you can swipe right, depending on if you find people attractive or not. If you see someone as being suitable for your dating needs.
And yeah, it's usually based on the image. It's usually based on an image you see, and you swipe left or right. And if two people swipe right, they get a match, and they can talk to each other. But for us today, we're talking about Tinder, but really we're talking about all dating apps. Tinder is just a proxy for us to talk about online dating, and I suppose this new trend of online dating.
So yeah, why do you think people use Tinder?
That is a good question. I think there are many people, and there are many different uses for Tinder. I think some people use Tinder just to boost their egos. Nothing else.
Oh, definitely.
Just like, he likes me, or she likes me.
Yeah. And also just to kind of publicise their best photos and to get almost justification. You know, it's like a self-justification. Like, all these people like me, and that means I'm great.
I had 5 likes today. So there is an ego side to it.
Definitely.
But obviously the major use is for dating, which is to find people who you find attractive to go out on dates with them, to meet them.
Or have sex with.
Or to have sex with.
Yeah.
Probably.
I know many people would use it like that. I haven't personally used it only for sex, but I've seen people who do put that they're looking for no strings attached sex, you know.
Yeah.
So when was the last time you used Tinder, Casey?
A while ago. I haven't used Tinder for about 2.5 years or 2 years since I met my current girlfriend.
Well, lucky you.
Oh.
Yeah, lucky for some.
When was the last time you used Tinder?
About 4 days ago, probably.
I'm concerned about the gap.
Yeah,
Every day,
yeah.
Josh, it has to be a job.
Every day, it is like a job. But no, I generally use Tinder for a few different reasons. Either I'm maybe feeling a bit lonely, or I want to look at beautiful women. That's something. Or I just am bored. Honestly, those are my 3 main reasons for using Tinder.
Yeah, I think that's the main reasons. I used to use it a long time ago, and it was fun. Like, it was a really good way to meet people. We'll talk about those reasons, I think, later on. But I used it a while ago, and I thought it was good. It was a useful tool.
I mean, you actually used it and learnt a lot of Spanish whilst using it, didn't you?
True. I definitely learned Spanish via Tinder.
Yeah, Casey had just moved to Spain. And, I mean, what a fantastic way to practice Spanish with people. In kind of a flirting context, you know, and trying to be kind of smooth, but also right at the beginning of when you're learning a language and you have no idea how to be smooth.
We need to do... We will do a flirting course, we promise, but not yet. We're not ready.
That's not today. Ready. And so, have you had any English... And so, have you ever... And so... And so, have you had any interesting experiences?
Interesting... I have to say no. I've had some great experiences. I've met really, really awesome people. I've got friends also who live in different parts of the world who I met through Tinder. I made lots of friendships. But like an interesting experience, like, oh, this one was cool. Nah, it was nothing really that cool.
Again, I wouldn't say I've had an interesting experience. I've met up with one girl on Tinder, and I think she only wanted to meet me so she could practice English.
I love how much of a victim you are.
Yeah.
A victim.
And I felt victimised and discriminated against for just being English in Spain. And so, yeah, and that didn't go well. We walked around Retiro for about an hour and then went home.
I've had experiences like that. You meet someone, you think it's going to be really interesting, and you slowly learn that you don't really like each other,
Yeah.
and so you just go home and never speak
Yeah.
again.
I mean, that sort of thing happens, isn't it? Because you base it on physical appearance and how someone looks, and then you meet up with them, and you still might have that physical attraction. But I think you can realise pretty quickly when someone just isn't for you.
No content.
Yeah. No content. That's it.
So, Josh, some people say that the experience for men and women on Tinder or online dating in general is different.
Do they say that? I think we know that it's definitely different because we have female friends and we've seen how they use Tinder because we've been at maybe a party with them or just sat down for drinks and we've been like, oh, let's have a look, you know. And
Show us the talent.
It's just show us our competition, if anything. I think that's what we're thinking about. But no, because they really scrutinise and analyse every single person. And it makes me so scared that all these
Being
women
judged.
are doing the exact same thing and just judging us on every little detail. You know, it's crazy.
Like, for example, they'll say, he has a dog. He's put that there to get in my mind. No, I'm going to discard
Whilst
him.
another girl has said, oh, he has a dog.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You know, so you can't win there. That's as simple as
No
that.
tank tops, apparently. A tank top is this. No tank tops. No tank
None of those.
tops. They'll discard you. Maybe no beards. They have rules sometimes. No, but I think what we want to talk about is that we think that girls have it easier. They have more matches. So when a girl swipes right, which is to accept, they often have matches. At least our friends. While we swipe right and we're like, yep, of course, nothing. And we swipe right, no, not today.
Whilst I have a friend and she actually downloaded Tinder for the first time whilst we were together one time. And I think she got about 60 likes in a couple of hours.
That's my lifetime Tinder.
Yeah, me too. Like, I'm proud if I get maybe one in a day and I'm like, oh, got a new match. But yeah, I think more than 60 in just a few hours. You know, it's just a completely different world for men and women, I think.
I think so, but we don't actually know.
We're not actually sure, but this is just basing
But
it
it
on
is.
what our friends tell us and what we see. So how do you think dating has changed since this age of Tinder?
I think that's a really good question. I think it's obvious that it has changed because if we think about dating before, I think you had to ask permission from the father. Like, can I... This is like maybe 50,
Yeah, I'm not
60,
sure how long ago that was.
But like... I mean, it's really, really changed. Okay, how has it changed in modern times? You used to need to go out and meet people. That's for sure.
If you were an introvert, you simply had no chance, I don't think. Because if you didn't go out and make an effort just to go and meet people in bars or wherever it might be, in a nightclub or wherever people meet, dancing or whatever, then you really had no chance, you know.
Yeah.
Whilst now you can sit at home in the comfort of your bed and just swipe through and find someone to go out on a date with maybe next weekend.
It's kind of the new age of on demand. You know, you order your food from Deliveroo, then you watch a film on Netflix, and you invite the girl over who you met on Tinder. You didn't need to leave your home at any point to get this done.
That's it. It's like before you would go to Blockbuster on the way home, pick up your food, and then go and watch it. Now you just sit at home, and it all comes to you.
So we think maybe dating has changed in the sense that it's more on demand. It's more
Definitely.
image based, I think. Maybe. No,
Yes.
but you always used to speak to... Like, if I were to talk to a woman in a bar or in a restaurant or walking down the street, it would be, like, based on because they're physically attractive, right? I mean, but if I were going to, like, a club, like a arts and crafts club, I'm obviously going to do it based on attraction and chemistry. So I'm not sure if that element has changed. Dating has always been about physicality and chemistry.
I think that is still the same in its core essence, but at the same time, it's kind of different, you know, because I can look at these pictures and I can think if I would have chemistry with this person.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously you don't know that for sure, but a profile can say a lot about someone. You can see if they take lots of pictures, you know, because that's probably not the right girl for me if they are like that. What type of music they listen to, if they add a couple of jokes in their profile, you know. These things can say a lot about a person, and you can make a lot of decisions. But then, of course, you might swipe right, and get no response. So all of that kind of analytical thinking that you're doing means nothing.
For sure. So what are the advantages of using Tinder?
I think there are lots. We've kind of spoken about them already, but the ease of Tinder. You know, it's very easy to sit at home and meet someone, you know. And at the same time, you can kind of be a little bit more picky, a bit more fussy with your choices, because you can really look at someone, analyze them, before you even say hello.
I think that's true, and I also think that you have the advantage of being able to chat to someone and find out if you like them before you meet them. So that's really good.
Yeah. Maybe you waste less time.
Or maybe you waste more time, I don't know.
But yeah, you probably also waste a lot of time by just using Tinder or spending that time talking to someone to try and find out if you like them or not.
I think the ace card is to actually meet someone. That's the way of not wasting time. You meet them and you know immediately.
Yeah. Now, there is something very special about just chemistry, which I've found with people in the past, where you can know within 5 minutes if there's something pretty awesome between you or not. And of course, sometimes it's different. It can take longer. But I find this whole concept of chemistry to be really quite tangible and real, you know? So I've heard there's an algorithm on Tinder. Any idea about that?
Although I do have an answer to this, my first question is, so what's an algorithm?
An algorithm is kind of a set of numbers, almost like a formula.
A formula.
Yeah.
A set of rules to deal with stuff.
Yeah.
In this case, Tinder profiles. Yes, they do have an algorithm.
Okay.
So Tinder basically will match you with people who are equally as attractive or desirable as you.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's why I never get any matches.
But also they have loads of other little measurements. So for example, apparently some of this isn't confirmed. Apparently Tinder will measure people's use of the app. Because Tinder knows that there's some people who use it for ego and never meet anyone. They never exchange phone numbers. They never meet anyone. And then there's other people who all they want to do is meet people. And so Tinder tries to match you with other people who are trying to meet people. And it does other things. It tries to match you with your age range, because obviously you can set the age. And apparently it can connect you based on economic profile. So if you're poor, then you're more likely to meet a poor person.
Wow.
If you're rich, a rich person.
Is that really true?
It is not confirmed.
Is this just fake news? Are you speculating?
I'm not speculating. I'm taking this from articles and stuff. Things that we're going to share, on the YouTube and in other parts of the website. We're going to share the information. But
it's almost scary to think that Tinder is judging me before I even get judged by women.
No, it's judging you before you get to judge other people.
yeah, that's it.
Unfortunately. How do you feel about the algorithm? Threatened?
Well, I'm not sure. Kind of threatened, yeah. I mean, it's judging me before I even get to do anything, you know, and how does it know all of these things? How is it basing how attractive I am? Is it on how many people have swiped right on me?
And how popular those people who swiped right
Oh, wow.
So if a person who's popular swipes right, then your score goes up higher than if an unpopular person swipes right. And when I say popular, I can replace that word with desirable. Yes, the dark world of Tinder.
All sounds very judgmental.
Judgy.
The dark world of Tinder, indeed. So, thank you for coming with us on our advanced conversation and listening topic about Tinder. Make sure you slap that like and leave us a comment below about any interesting or crazy or funny or amazing stories that you have about your experiences on Tinder.
And if we like it, if we laugh, or we're like, oh, that is interesting, profound even, we will correct your English. If we laugh, you learn.
Cool. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Slap that like.